Can the young up-and-coming heroes of the Champions ever hope to contend with an elemental? Well, let's hop on into the pages of Champions issue number 220 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, the Champions were trying to assist a small African village that was being assailed by horrible nightmares after an earthquake. The source of this problem, as it turns out, was not eating bananas before bedtime, but actually Man-Thing. Yes, that's right, the giant-sized Man-Thing, who lived up to his name by instilling fear into all he touched, including Viv Vision, who was forced to relive a bunch of her repressed memories of things that went on during the Tom King run. Snowguard, the newest member of the Champions, had engaged Man-Thing first and had fully given on over to her more bestial side. Soon the rest of the team joins the fight, including Sam Alexander, who sadly has no powers after losing his Nova helmet. Eventually the heroes are able to get Man-Thing to submit and even capture him, but it's not much of a victory considering that one of their teammates is so horribly jacked up. What's wrong with Viv? Well, as team tech expert Nadia Pym lets us know, she's essentially in what can only be described as a robo-coma. Wait a minute, have you tried turning her on and off again? Have you tried uninstalling and reinstalling Windows on her? That might just do the trick. What do you mean Vision built his daughter to run on Linux? Who's ever heard of anything so crazy? Ah yes, operating system jokes. Why you come to a Cape Joel video? Now, inside the mind of Viv, we get a better idea of what's going on with her. Essentially, she's being forced to take an inward journey right now and confront the more emotional side of herself, the things she shut out in service of becoming more robotic. Essentially, her body and soul are at odds with each other right now, and the only way they're going to be free is if they find a common ground and fuse together. Well, ain't that just a trip, I tell ya. Now, over with Riri and Amadeus, they talk to themselves about what exactly may have agitated Man-Thing in the first place. Maybe the earthquake woke him up. Maybe something about the people attracted him. It's after that they start talking about their own personal fears and teenage inadequacies, which, wouldn't you know it, is absolutely the thing that attracts Man-Thing. He smells your fear, and when he does, he just has to give you a big old planty bad touch. This time, though, there really does seem to be no stopping him. He rampages across the village, causing untold damage, eventually making a beeline for where Viv is. Now, Man-Thing's powers have always been a little bit vague to me, but he opens up a portal, which I didn't know he could do, but maybe he can, and tries to suck Viv in with him. And he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that dang meddling Sam Alexander. The poor former Nova is really down on himself lately, believing that without his powers he's a detriment to the rest of the team. He also kind of blames himself for what's going on with Viv, feeling that if he had his helmet he might have been able to end the fight with Man-Thing sooner, which is why he willingly sacrifices himself and takes Viv's place in the portal, meaning that as the comic winds down, our team is down some members, and with no idea where they went. So that was Champions issue number 23, everybody, and overall it was a fun little issue. It's interesting that when so many creators are given the chance to write for this team, they all kind of gravitate towards Viv Vision. Maybe it's out of a love and admiration for what Tom King managed to do with her in his own solo Vision series. Maybe they just like her a whole lot, or just like writing robots a bunch. I'm digging this ongoing little side plot about Sam trying to be a hero sans power and sans helmet. You know, it's at moments like this, you know, when the chips are down, that I think true heroes are made. And it says a lot about the Champions as a surrogate family that they're not willing to cut Sam loose, even though, yeah, arguably he is a detriment sometimes. Overall, I feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10, and I'm definitely interested to see how this story will shake out in the end. Oh, hey there, didn't see you come in. I'm Cape Joel. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. I'm just hanging out here trying to figure out how to keep these intros fresh and interesting for everybody. Like the video, that would be nice, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not going to push you to do it. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you can keep up to date on what I'm doing next. I have an Instagram. I feel like I don't push the Instagram enough, but I have it. I have a backup gameplay channel as well. I get the feeling people who watch my comic content don't really want to watch me play video games. At least that's what the numbers would tell me. But it's the Joel Daily channel. You can also see me play games live on the Cape Joel Twitch. I got a tip jar down there. I got a Patreon page. Got an Amazon wish list. Some of you are really nice to do that for me. That's where I get fun, cool sweaters like this off my Amazon wish list. I appreciate the people who do that. It's really nice of them. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Man, it's hard to try and keep these outros fresh sometimes, I tell you. But thanks again for watching, and I'll be back again later, just smacking those comics up, man. Just just doing it. Did I call it Comic Smack because I make the smack sound, or am I saying that comics are my addiction and that's why it's Comic Smack? I dropped the Comic Smack after a bit because the channel's called Cape Joel. I should really have called it all Comic Smack from the beginning of it. Oh, well, hindsight's 20/20. Goodbye, everyone!